Hello, my name is Logan.
I'm Aiden. Nick.
So initially going into our situation, we went into Capitol High School and they were asking for us to present them with a solution to being able to control the twisty ties and the clip ties, like both doing opening and closing these for our bread bags. Going into this, M obviously saying for must have, HW for a high want, and W for a want. Some of our objectives were students must be able to use it without any assistance in order to promote independence, which is their main goal overall. This device should be simple and easy to use, which is a high want. This device should be sturdy as it may be under heavy use and not have to require maintenance. So we're wanting it to have a lot of longevity to it. The device must be accessible with two hands, mostly because we're wanting to keep it with the bigger motor skills. Their fine motor skills with their hands are a little difficult to use for them. And then the students will be able to bring the device home, possibly or potentially. So it needs to be storable, it needs to be able to keep either at Duncan's or Capitol High School in cabinets or portable. Next, please. Some constraints that we have are the device should use the common bread ties. As for example, no clamps, zip ties, or anything pertaining to that. It should also be easily storable, which I had mentioned. It must be able to be used without sight, which was trying to compensate for one of the other students. Also, it must be safe and completely hazard-free, no sharp edges or anything of that sort. And then the device must not render or tear the bag in any way, so which would be ruining the bag and the whole process what we're trying to go through.
So the first prototype we came up with was that one right there, and that would basically, they would clip the bag onto it up top, and then they would have to like spin it, they would have to spin it to get the bag tight and have the air out. And then the little green thing, or we have something similar to that that would drop around it that would stop it from unspinning. And then we thought that would be easier for them to just focus on the tie itself, but then that was still a small motor skill for them to be able to go in there and grab it. And then we tried coming up with devices that would potentially wrap around the twist tie or the square tie and just pull it off or untwist it, but that's like creating something for twist tie like a small enough hole for them to be able to get it in. And then when we went out and bought some of the clips, we found the blue one, which is actually meant for like actually closing bags. You just push down on it and it opens up the little center part, and you put it around the twisted bag and close it. But that again was too tight for them, and they couldn't accurately get it on because it was such a small hole for them to get it into. But we did find that they were able to squeeze the bigger clips. So we tried two with the bigger clips, and one of them was this one, and that extended it out, and we figured it would just be able to clamp onto it. Because when we talked to her about them like using the twist tie, the teacher, Miss Duncan said she wouldn't mind taking off the first one and then having them switch to the clamps, so that way they could do it all by themselves. And then we've slowly progressed to that one, which is basically like this one, but this one's our more modified one, and what they do is they take the clip and they put it underneath, and then they bring the bag down, and as they do that, it eliminates air as they're pulling it through, and then it just pops off the clip.
Okay, so we are to test each of the two devices that you just saw. We want to make sure it's simple, because obviously with that first prototype, the one with the all the fancy doohickeys, like the green twisty, it just didn't work because it was too complicated. And as they try to twist it out, it would just twist. And as Nick was mentioning, it has to be able to seal the device and be able to push the air out of it. So make sure if they put on a clip that all of the states gets all the way on, doesn't have any open bag at all. So no one likes stale bread. So and we also want to make it so it's durable, because we've seen where other projects where the devices ultimately failed, and then we had to get people to come in and fix it, or get a whole new team to make another solution. So with our first testing, you see, with with the extended clip, we just found that it it sealed the bag, but it just didn't seal it like all that tightly. So we used extended plastic bills. So, and they were flat and they worked, but the problem was it just it didn't close it really tight enough. So maybe we were thinking about texturing it or making it so it's almost like rigid, so you could like teeth, you know. It was relatively simple, so the client was able to use it because they treated it very similar to the green clip here. But like I said, since it wasn't too tight, expelling air from the bag was a little more of a problem. It felt like it was, fairly durable too, so that wasn't too much of a problem. For our second device, which is what we've been working with more now because it's been fairly successful, it's been able to, when it works really well, it's able to seal the bag fully. One problem we've had with this device, and which we were hoping that this modification, which you see these two little things in the middle, is that the client would try to come in and attach the clip sideways, and that just kind of ended up the device wouldn't work. The clip would just slip off, and it would just not work at all. As Nick said, the final device does expel air from the bag, so it's pretty successful at that. And it seems to be fairly durable. I mean, I guess you could just swipe it off a desk, but it's welded together, so it should be fairly durable at least. We were thinking about making it so there's rubber on the bottom, so you can't slide across the desk, because that would be the case, then maybe it would break, but Any questions? Yeah.
So if this is a welded thing, you were talking about putting the rubber on it, is there a safety issue with it getting knocked off the table and hurting the foot?
I'm sorry?
Is it heavy enough that it could hurt someone if it fell?
It's not that heavy. This is you could pretty much just carry it around. It's not heavy. It's just it's the material's light. It's we use 800 grams, so not too bad. It still hurt. You dropping any metal on your foot, like a fork almost. But anyways, any other questions? Yeah.
That sheet metal. What's the components that go over?
These are shelf brackets, and then it's got a steel base.
Is there any safety concerns with cutting on the edges of
There
those?
has been, but we've filed it down, and then we've typed over them. But in the final one, we're gonna really make sure that they're super filed, and we'll probably extend the rubber out depending on how far, and make sure that it's smooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you said the tops are shelf brackets and the bottom is steel base. What are the shelf brackets made of? Are you worried about contamination and rust in your welds?
That's a good question.
I think we were planning on plastic dipping, so.
Yeah, so the metal wouldn't be exposed to the outside anymore after we're done with our file. We're gonna plastic dip the whole thing. That way it covers the whole idea of making it so that there's rubber on the bottom and it's smooth and cool. So, yep.
Doesn't plastic feel a lot easy though?
Depends. If it's the spray-on kind, yes. If it's the paint-on kind, not so much. If you've seen someone spill a can of that stuff on the floor, it ain't come out.
So more like a bed liner type of deal?
Yeah.
Are you concerned at all about those metal arms getting bent out of shape?
I don't think
If they
they'd
were to
be.
be pulled apart or something, would you just bend them together and still have the same amount of tension there?
Yeah.
That's actually how I've been modifying it with my dad. Is we've just been bending it and then bending it back. And in the end, if we do see it as an issue, we might just rebuild the final one itself, but with the same design.
How much is your prototype weigh? About, would you say?
850 grams or so.
Okay, so then portability is not really, it's pretty portable.
Yeah, it's-
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And it's small enough that we can just put it in the cabin. So, and I mean, maybe not drawers, depending on how big the drawer is. So, any other questions? Oh, nice. Okay.
Just a small suggestion.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought about putting rubber feet on the bottom so it doesn't slip?
Yeah. We were thinking about putting just like coating the bottom and just like some sort of rubber, or putting like rubber almost like stickers on it. But then like we were wanting to make sure that the whole thing's smooth. So like when we were talking about like plastic came up in the conversation. Like, wait, we could try that, and so that we're going to give it a go and see if that works. If not, we can probably try something like that. So yeah. Yes.
Is this just for one bag of bread, or are you going to be making more of these? I don't know how
That's
big.
correct. This would only be closing one bag of bread at a time. That's what you mean.
I don't know what's the size of people you're trying to provide this for. Are they just only going to have one bag of bread open?
A classroom. Yeah, I mean,
She only requested one.
Well, it'll work with multiple bags of bread because
Yeah.
they can each bag of bread they can still slide through, and then we can have different sizing clips if they want that, or we can just use these sizing clips too.
I just know that like even at my own house where it's just me and one other, I have multiple bags of bread open. So
Okay.
if you have the funds, it might be nice to give them.
Make multiple ones?
Yeah, make
Okay,
a bag
that's-
or two for them.
for sure. Yes, Carol?
It looks like you've added some modifications to
Yes.
this. Could you explain what those are?
So one thing that they were having problems with was they would just come up and try to clip from the side. So these are meant. Oh, do you want me to bring this up to you?
No.
Okay, yeah. So the problem is they would come in from the side and try to clip it from the side like this, and that would cause it like if you do this, it would just fall off. At this point, like if you do that, obviously it's going to fall off still, but now it's basically at the point where they can. The only way to really get it to actually stay on, or to even clip it on, is to put it from the bottom. These were just made so they won't come from like the side or something. It's a little more easy to manipulate, rather. Yes.
Has Lupita tried it?
No, we haven't gotten a chance to even see her. After, yeah, she told us not to focus too much on Lupita.
She's getting her.
We're working with Ryan mostly, because, yeah, he seemed to have most troubles, sometimes. So.